Okay, so today we're talking about factoring completely. A lot of this stuff we have done before, but we're going to go over it again. So different types of factoring. We have a common factor. We take out the GCF. So if we look at all three of these, they all have a 2 and they all have an x, which then just leaves us with x minus 2 plus 3x squared. That's all you do with the common factor. Now, difference of squares. This means if we have x squared minus y squared, it's always going to be x minus y times x plus y, or the square root. So the square root of 9x squared is 3x, and the square root of 25 is 5. So we list those twice. So 3x and 5. And I'm going to subtract once and add once. That's all there is for difference of squares. Take the square root of the a term and the square root of the b term. Trinomials with a equal to 1. Remember, we do a times c, 1 times 8 equals 8. The two numbers that multiply to be 8 and add up to negative 6 are minus 4 and minus 2. That's all there is to it. Now, greater than 1. So we do a times c, 2 times negative 2, which gives us negative 4. The two numbers that multiply to be negative 4 and add up to 3 would be plus 4 and minus 1. But then we have to divide by our a value, divide by 2. If they simplify perfect good, then you leave it, x plus 2. If they don't, we cannot have a fraction, so that 2, the denominator, slides in front. So x plus 2 times 2x minus 1. All right, when we solve, after you factor all the way, set your factors equal to 0 and solve. There might be more than 2 answers. And then you want to watch out for imaginary answers. So, for example, if you have x equals the square root of a negative number, that's an imaginary answer. So, first thing we do, move everything to one side and set equal to 0. So that's what we do. Because there are 4 terms, we're going to use grouping. And so we look at these, this group and this group. So x cubed and 3x squared, we're going to take out an x squared and we're going to have left x plus 3. When we have negative 4x and negative 12, we're going to take out a minus 4. We're going to have x plus 3. It all equals 0. So now we have x squared minus 4 times x plus 3 equals 0 when we factor it out. Now, x squared minus 4, we can factor that out again by using the difference of squares. So that's x minus 2 times x plus 2 times the x plus 3 equals 0. That's completely factoring. We set each factor equal to 0 and we solve. So x minus 2 equals 0, so x equals 2. X plus 2 equals 0, x equals minus 2. X plus 3 equals 0, x equals minus 3. So our zeros would be negative 3, negative 2, and 2. So just a quick refresher of factoring, and factoring completely means we find what x is equal to.